All right, we are green. Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, our beautiful country, and how we're going to fix both of those bad boys together. Guys, I usually don't pay attention to bankers. That's just not my thing. But when the world's number one banker, especially in the United States, literally says on camera, you might want to buy more bullets, not Bitcoin, we're going to talk about it for a second, because some of the other stuff that he said is going to raise your eyebrows a little bit and ask yourself, what am I not being told here? Now, of course, everything's going to be linked in the description box below. I always bring the receipts, and make sure you guys hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn the notification bell on, because we have got some freedom to spread, and the more that you do just that, the more you dispel the YouTube algorithm censorship program. All right, let's get into this, guys. Like I said, I'm not big on bankers. I'm not crazy about them. But when they tell you, buy more bullets, I at least have to know what he's talking about. So, jump over here on X at Braden LOA. The stuff that we are spreading, the conversations we're having, guys, you're missing out if you're not on there. And the plans that we have in the short-term future for suppressors, for something else that I'm dropping, you'll want to be on X. X is the place to be, at Braden LOA. All right, let's get into this. We got the people. Let's make it happen. All right, let me adjust something real quick. Something doesn't look quite right on my side real quick. Audio's good, video's good. There we go, now we're good. All right, so let me just jump into this. Let's just go straight in. JP Morgan's Jamie Dimon calls on the U.S. to stockpile bullets and rare earth instead of Bitcoin. Dimon says America's biggest threat is the enemy within. Okay, what? I mean, I'm not going to say that I don't agree with him. I think a lot of the enemies that we have are within, and I think it was Abraham Lincoln who said, if America were to fall, it would be from ourselves dividing, not from an external source. Paraphrase, of course. But let's see what he's talking about, and then I'm going to play that. You know what? I'm going to do the video first, because I like you guys. I'm going to do the video first, and you tell me what the actual F is going on. All right, you know what? They don't deserve my time for that. So we're just going to talk for a few more seconds while this goes in. So, boom, see? Look at that.
Spanning the last couple of administrations, everybody devils in the details in terms of how the policies shake out across administrations. But I guess to that point, do we need to rethink what constitutes national security?
I wouldn't rethink it. We know what constitutes national security. We need, as I was saying, we shouldn't be stockpiling Bitcoin. We should be stockpiling guns, bullets, tanks, planes, drones, rare earths. We know what we need to do. This is not a mystery.
Did you say?
Okay, we know what we need to do. Guns and bullets? This guy's part of the elite class of, like, better than thous. This guy plays with that thing from Jekyll Island. If you know, you know. This is not like me on the internet going, you guys might want to. No, this is a pretty big person. Just saying. Let's let him keep going. Will it?
Stop.
Yeah, there we go.
Bitcoin?
I said we shouldn't be stockpiling Bitcoin.
Oh, it shouldn't be.
We should be stockpiling bullets.
Okay.
The military guys tell you that, if there's a
Bullets.
war in the South China Sea, we have missiles for 7 days. Okay, come on. I mean, we can't say that with a straight face and think that's okay. So we know what to do. We just got to now go about doing it. Get the people together, roll up our sleeves, have the debates, do some privately, do some publicly. JP Morgan is going to publish we call it the Defense Action Form, something that shows we don't leave excess surplus production capability for missiles or bullets or bombs. We don't have a military that can flexibly move money from. You see how quickly the software and hardware they need changes. So the military can't have a 30-year program. They've got to be able to cancel that drone program, build up that drone program, hire this person to do the software. We have to allow them to do multi-year budgeting. We essentially don't. The military tells me it costs them $50 billion a year, and we have to spend more. I mean, so I can go on and on and on. We're going to lay out all these things and hopefully help, just get going there. I think they know, but I think all of us in this room know about this. It's just now we have to do it.
Okay, so I'll make sure this doesn't start. Okay, hold on a second. We all know, but we just won't say it. Like, that's the vibe we're doing? That's what I was waiting on. Sorry, I had to kill that. So now it's gone from guns are bad, bullets are bad, everything freedom is bad. The pendulum switched rapidly to the other side, and now it's buy bullets, guns, tanks, missiles, and make sure that we don't buy Bitcoin. Someone just said something pretty funny in the comments. Sounds like someone's buying Bitcoin. I mean, like, what? Okay, hold on. And if you thought that was strange, hold on. Let's just keep on trucking. I'm going to show you a few highlighted points down here. Listen to this. Diamond joined a fireside chat during the Reagan National Economic Forum in Simi Valley, California at the Reagan Presidential Library Friday for a sweeping discussion on the economy and how the world's tectonic plates are shifting in geopolitics in the form of wars, proxy terrorists, and potential proliferation of nuclear weapons. Diamond underscored during his address that he does not view China as America's top adversary and instead pointed his attention to the enemy within that could lead to the U.S. status of the world's leader cratering. What do these people think they know that we don't know? Because when you're out there in that position saying we need more guns, we need more arms, we need more bullets, and you got a Trump administration who's kind of waiting for the checks to do that, I don't know, guys. You guys can let me know what you think in the comments, but something feels weird. Quote, I'm not as worried about China, Diamond said. China is a potential adversary. They're doing a lot of things well. They have a lot of problems. But what I really worry about is us. Can we get our own act together, our own values, our own capability, and our own management? Hold the phone. Our own values and our own capabilities? That sounds like a call to stop all the culture wars. Because something else is coming? Or the enemy's within? Or what? I'm really excited to read the comments on this one in about an hour after it all kicks off. But anyway, listen to this. He's going to turn his back on all the culture war stuff. Watch this. Quote, I always get asked this question. Are we going to be the reserve currency? He said. No. You know, if we are not the preeminent military and the preeminent economy in 40 years, we will not be the reserve currency. That's a fact. Just read history. That might be part of where this is coming from, to be quite candid, because if we're not the reserve currency, he loses everything. I'm just saying. Diamond argued that instead, wait for it, the U.S. needs to celebrate its long-held values. Hold on, guys. I thought our long-held values were evil and misogynistic and toxically masculine and pretty bad. And I thought we were on a new way in the New World Order and we were going to go forward as a global unit. Well, what happened? Yeah, it's weird. Let's keep on going, though, because here's the things that they say. Guys, I'm not making this up. It's cited, all right? This is the elites saying this to you right now. Quote, celebrate our virtues, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of enterprise, equal opportunity, family, God, country, he said. You know, and you can acknowledge the flaws that we have, which are extraordinary. Hold on a second. What we did to the black population for years don't denigrate the great things of this country, because those are two different things. That is verboten to the woke left. What he's saying is we need to buy more bullets. We need to buy more guns. We need to go back to an America that is strong and stands on himself, because we're going to fall. Drop all this crap. Yeah, we screwed up on something, but that doesn't mean the entire country's trash. This is the elite saying this. This is the number one banker in the United States saying this. This is not the guy you normally expect to hear this. Normally you hear out of this guy, well, we need to do more things that are more woke. Go back to the thing there. JP Morgan's Jamie Dimon calls on U.S. to stockpile bullets instead of Bitcoin. Guys, we get to a point where I just kind of have to ask the question, what do they know that we don't know? I don't know. That caught my attention. I figured it would catch yours as well. Make sure you follow me at Braden LOA on X. I do owe a super chat read real quick. Bring us the receipts. Pam Bondi even used your tagline. 585,000 subscribers. When you fixing that banner, bring the receipt. I will fix it at 600,000. That's kind of like big broad numbers. 600,000. I'll fix it. I'm really looking forward to that number, but thank you guys for doing that. And that is the last super chat. And with that, I will see you guys on the next one. I'm Braden. See you later.